Is crypto going to get better or should we just quit now? I'm going to answer that for you by the end of this episode, but let me give you some spoilers right ahead. I'm still holding. I don't care if you sell, click sell and leave, go yell in the mirror. We saw earlier today, friends, I'm reporting this when it came out, China have vowed to fight the trade war to the end. Okay, now if you remember a few days ago, in the midst of the capitulations, I'll just show you meth. All right, I'll show you meth's price. When we were down here, friends, I said, look, it's quite possible. What we'll see is we recover up first, and Trump will, or someone, the flaring up will occur again. But on the next level flare up, when they try to go for round 2, it's probably going to form a higher low. And that's exactly what we seem to be seeing now. So this is Bitcoin's price. When we came down here, many are calling for lower, lower, lower. But as we start to go up, here it is right now, friends. So you'll see probably more candles form. It's funny. It's happening right here. Just to let you know, the Trump Insider Wallet re-shorted. I mentioned that for you in Juicy News and the Yummy Updates as well. So they put on a short again. Now you know why. Trump are going to, China come out to tweet, oh, we're definitely going to fight it to the end. The market's smart, friends. The market's smart. That's why the market deserves some Pumpy G music with you. Oh, yeah. Look, you want to know why we got that price action, Habibi? We just wiped out $19 billion. $19 billion. By the way, that's underreported. The real number could be 30 billion, 40 billion. Literally a black swan. So this price action so far, Bitcoin seems to be running out of Soyboy sell pressure steam. Okay, that's the tough part about markets. They're not binary with news. Okay, news is just a catalyst of where it wants to go. So right now, obviously, we've already shaken out. We destroyed everybody. There's no more weak hand longs left. There's no more leverage left in the system at all. Zero leverage left. All the long-term leverage has been gone. Like technically, this is the literally safest point to enter. Safest. I'm not saying don't do leverage. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you technically it is, because there's so many people who have been gone now. You're literally by yourself. That's why you're like, oh, but there might be uncertainty. But what about the 4-year cycle? Exactly. See, you're asking those questions. No one knows. That was exactly what it was like at the bottom of the zombie virus. That was the safest point to do leverage, because you just didn't know. Is the zombie virus going to get worse? Is there a vaccine that can come? You know what I mean? What are countries going to do? The lockdown. We've never seen anything like this before. More question marks means more opportunity. If you're curious as well, friends, I have a chart here. Thank you to the gentle friend who covered this. This is the XRP order book. So a gentle sir did analysis on the XRP order book example when Binance crashed. So in the altcoin apocalypse, right? So pretty much this is just Binance, okay? Binance futures. So it had $60 million of liquidity on the plus or minus 5% side. Okay, so 5% up, 5% down. It was $60 million of total liquidity, okay? In a very short amount of time, $20 million smacked down the bid. Okay, $20 million. They came out. And I'll now show you the XRP chart. This is a 15-minute chart. So this is why, friends, a lot of people got smashed. This is how tricky it was. XRP went below its previous monthly low. Okay, and then look what it did. It came back up for a bounce and it closed within the range. Okay, so even if a short-term bots or anybody trading, they're like, okay, cool, it's back in. And then look what happened next. Literally straight to zero. Bang. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. This event, everything went down. XRP, friends, literally the Wick of Doom, literally went all the way down. It actually went down to 80 cents on some exchanges. So it dropped like 56%. Oh, very, very, very nasty, man. That's the sad part. As it goes down, people enter like a 2x leverage long, and then that dropped 50%. So we did analysis on that, right? It was $20 million that sent it down. $20 million first hit, and then everything got pulled. All the market makers pull as nobody wants to take risk anymore. Very, very wild just to see a $20 million order sell very, very fast. So that's what the market makers do on crypto exchanges, because they're very scared, right? No one wants to be exit liquidity just in case there's a coin with an inflation bug or something, right? Someone knows something. So as soon as they get fueled too fast, they just auto pull. They all pull. They go, that's it, I'm not providing markets anymore. Yep. You don't blame them, right? Anybody would do that. So we have a gentle who did all the analysis out here. All the trickle down orders. This is a typical black swan, friends. What happens? It goes bang, 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 bang. Just like this huge destruction. On the plus side, though, friends, we have Tristan Tate, Andrew Tate's brother. I don't know who needs to hear this, but there are only 150 Pokemon. That's right. Trying to resurrect the PokeCenter, are you, Mr. Tristan Tate? So, we still believe in all the altcoins, friends. Okay, PokeCenter, everything was still alive. It's just PulseChain's down 80% since June 2023. When the spear's down, it's poop everywhere, man. There's literally nothing you can do. You need new people coming in, and new people only come in when they're feeling confident to speculate on the future, and that is reflected in the PMI. Okay, so right now people aren't confident to speculate in the future. No one's got money. You know, the inflation's too high. They've been destroyed. Maybe some interest rate changes and everything helps everybody out. I also want to share with you a post. So Money Gang Crypto from PulseChain community, he made one of his old posts appeared, which I'll show you. And it was from June 2023, okay? Volatility is the price you pay for the world's best performing asset. So that was PulseChain rallying. However, if we go back to that period of time, I mean, I've shown you this post, right? Actually, I'll share with you the post that I did, right? After just seeing this appear. Look at this. Since that post, we're down 80%. 80%. So we got to do a 5x, and now we're just back to June 2023, which will... Yeah, but I know here we have Aaron coming out, our friend Aaron saying, you know what, RH took our Ethereum and gave us the worst performing L1 in history. Okay, I want to share something with you. Okay, Ethereum since June 2023, Ethereum is down. If you check it out, it's down 48% against Bitcoin. Okay, it's literally, and it went as low as down 75%. Okay, so it's only just bounced. So it went down 75%. So, oh my gosh, can you believe that Ethereum, like the #1 altcoin, there's DeFi, there's privacy, there's Uniswap on there, Chainlink oracles, and money markets, all of these doesn't matter, down 75% against Bitcoin. Okay, so not making excuses. I'm just telling you, the business cycle rules all. Ethereum has what, like $160 billion of stable coins on it. It's got an ETF. Didn't matter. It's still lower than when the ETF came out. So the summary of that, the conclusion is the business cycle is way more powerful than like a coin founder or any of these little cute technology things you try to bring in. The business cycle rules all. And right now it's raining. Okay, and one of the ways we track the business cycle, there's many indicators you could use to track. The one I just show for efficiency is the PMI, the US manufacturing PMI, because it's a nice oscillator. That's why I like it. It's still at 49. Yeah, friends, if you want to check out when was June 2023, here it is. So the PMI was 46. Unfortunately, it has not recovered. It's still below 50. Okay, so some people, they're like using this as an uptrend. That's bullocks. Okay, anything below 50, you're a trash failure. You are trash, okay? You are complete garbage in the cycle. That is contraction, all right? We have not recovered up yet. I was hoping we would have recovered by this time, but we haven't recovered yet, okay? I'm still holding. Also, just to make, just to throw some salt in the wounds out there. Do you remember there was an exchange called Backpack? Backpack, friends, what happened is they didn't manage their risk properly, so some customers got liquidated. And then they came in to deposit money to buy spot altcoins, but then the exchange took their money. They said, oh, you actually owe money for the liquidation. But they didn't tell the customers until after they put the money in. So this complete abomination move happened. They are now offering KFC packages to users who were affected. Not making it up. Yeah, they're actually giving you like a free meal like KFC. 200 of them. Not making it up. Look at this. In addition, 200 KFC packages were given to users who suffered significant losses in this liquidation. Can you believe that, man? They literally took like, you know, oh, you lost $58,000 from them. because of this exchange cabal stuff. They go, don't worry, here's a KFC voucher. Get yourself a bucket of chicken. Make you feel better. Oh my, I wish I was making this up. Look at this. This is the Asian dude, Mr. Bard. Someone blew up tens of thousands of dollars of you, and you still need to treat to 7 new KFC. That's really a bit low class. By the way, to eat KFC, you still have to provide a screenshot of the liquidation. What's this called? Rubbing salt in the wound. The one who came up with this idea should be dragged out and spanked. Yeah, that's so sad, man. And here I have a cute Peppy with the inside a KFC chicken bucket. KFP, Kentucky Fried Peppy. I know, look, man. Oh, man, it's just, I know it's painful, friends. It's painful, okay? I want to share this story here with you as well. There was a lady, remember, friends, I've been telling you all over. Let's play some angel music as well for her. And everyone out here. I've told you, look, you can't be on the same side of the crowd. If you're on the same side of the crowd, weekends, it's a recipe for disaster. It turns out most crypto participants, not most, a lot of people that were playing for the 4-year cycle. So they were playing for the 4-year cycle, which means they want to sell in the next 1 or 2 or 3 months from now. Now, as we're heading towards the end of the year, the coins aren't up as much as they thought. So they all started piling on leverage as the year went on. That's the most market participants. And they all did about a 2 to 3x leverage long. Okay? So because of the coins not going to go up 10x in a fast line anymore, people said, you know what? I'll take a 3x. But to make up for it, I'll do 3x leverage. So 3 times 3 will give me a 9x return. Unfortunately, a lot of people did this at the same time, and it made themselves victims from exchanges who, like predators they are, decided to wipe everybody out. Hence why, friends, look, friends, it is absolutely it is not a coincidence that, for example, the XRP, look what it did. The XRP capitulation weeks, once it breaks the monthly low, look at that, it drops 50%. Did you notice how everything dropped at least 50% or around there? Because that gets even a 2x leverage long that opens at the low. It's calculated. And it turns out, yeah, friends, everybody was leveraged long 2 to 3x. That's why, you know, if you're leveraged long 2 to 3x, you get wiped out anywhere from like a 33 to a 50% drop. So what do they do? It goes 50 to 60, 70% straight away. And you don't have enough time to even deposit on the exchange to collateralize yourself, you know? So, but yes, this unfortunate victim as well, this lady, she's actually from India. She messaged Mr. Inner Dev Crypto. I think he's a Bitcoin OG. I think he's got like 1,000 Bitcoin or something. He helps people with mental health and stuff. Look, she says, I saw some of your tweets and I wanted to share. She goes, I am from Bangalore, India. I'm a small trader. I only scroll crypto Twitter to gather information. She said, I was wiped out on Friday. I had 2x leverage on all the top 20 coins. My liquidation was below the bear market lows. Yeah. Oh, man, it's painful, man. There's a lot of coins, friends. They actually sent them below 2020's bear market low. 2022. She said, I've only ever given you support. My life is built around compassion. You know, she says, I've been an individual dog rescuer for years. I feed them and sterilize them. I thought I could get to a place where I could fix everything and fix all the issues in my life. Only I got zeroed out. More so because I gave it to my family and rescues. I've never had much joy or fun in my life. She says, I am exhausted, bone deep. I'm a good person. I deserved a lucky break. Just one. After a point, suffering doesn't lead to growth, especially when I'm already starving. No emotional safety, no aspect of life going well, not from a lack of efforts. If you read this, thank you. So that's actually, yeah, wise words. It's how everyone feels. They said, look, I know pain is meant to help you grow, but we've reached beyond that point of time. I'm still not giving up, okay? And also, friends, I know this is like a heartfelt story. However, we just, you know, You're walking into the dungeon, man. The eye of the beast. Like, you're giving your money to a centralized exchange, and then you're telling them where if they just if they just sell spot to that market price, it just gets you out. You know, it is unfortunate, but that's what it comes down to, right? The exchange cabal liquidated her alongside 1.6 million other customers. As you can see, everyone was 2 to 3x leveraged long. Okay. Now, friends, remember in last cycle, people were doing 10x. And you know how I know this? From Arthur Gaze. The most common user leverage in 2018, 19, and 20 was 10x. That was the most common. That was the average. Okay. But 10x, you get wiped on a 10% drop. All right. Actually, more like 8% drop. They actually wipe you out early because they got to cover the risk that there's volatility spike. Okay. So a lot of new people have come in and they don't want to do 10x because they know 10x gets you wiped out with near certainty. So they've done 3x and 2x. What do the exchanges do? They say, oh, I know what to do. Exchanges, they go, oh, because we're evil scum, we're just going to send the prices to 0 in 15 minutes. You don't even have a chance to react. Gone, goodbye. All together, bang, whoop. Everything, man. Crypto is risky, and we built it so you remove the need for middleman exchanges. We have now cleared all the leverage, so it's time for up. So yeah, friends, it is true. All right, we have cleared all the leverage. We just had a forced $19 billion of sell pressure. We've also, I've just shown you China, the price action's muted for Bitcoin. Now, oh yeah, we could always go down for another leg, blah, 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 blah. I don't care though, bro. Like you've just forced $19 billion of sell pressure here in an altcoin bear market. They were intending to sell, you know, 5 to 10x higher. That would have been a future $100 to $200 billion of sell pressure. It's all gone. They can't even get in now. Now their coins are with the exchanges. Okay. I still believe in a better future. Others BTC is still here, friends. Man, can you imagine? Imagine this somehow finishes green for the month. Jeez, that would be one hell of a move if we somehow in the next 2 weeks finish others BTC green. Do you know the Bitcoin dominance? I've been showing this to you all day, friends. The Bitcoin dominance. Let me give you another chart. It's actually red on the month. How about that? This, friends, this is an extremely bearish candle. Okay, that is this called like some inverse spinning top dragonfly? I forgot. I don't know what it's called, but this is a very, very, very bearish candle. This is where literally buyers try to take it up, and it literally opens at the bottom. Buyers try to take it up, but the selling is so aggressive that they literally retrace and round trip the whole move before it closes. It's a very bearish candle. And remember, this is a monthly. It's monthly, friends. It's funny. Look at this. I actually found the last time a similar candle happened. Look at this. This was actually into alt season, DeFi season. Isn't that funny? So look, we had the candle here. It finishes up here. And then look, the next 1, 2, 3 months collapse in a row. It's funny. Wow. It actually drops. Wow. Bitcoin dominance actually dropped 12%. Let's actually see, what will 12% take us down to? Wow. It would take us down to 51%, which would be where it was around January. Interesting. That will be the next 3 months. So we'll see how it all plays out. Okay. I'm still long and strong. Okay. And I've got to stress to you one more very, very important thing. Okay, friends. Look, it's all about time frames. Okay. What type of person are you? All right. Are you going to get on your knees and suck off other dudes who told you to be careful in these 2 green candles? There are a lot of people out there who will happily give their money out to charlatans to predict the next forecast and stuff here and there. You're making them rich. All right. I don't care. I'm not selling you anything. I don't give a crap. Okay. Friends, newsflash. I can make myself look like a genius right now. I can give myself a 99% win rate. I'll just tell you, hey, 99% of altcoins are going to go down within a 24-month period. There you go. I'm going to show you heaps of altcoins going down forever. There you go. I'm a genius. Wow. I'm always right. There's a difference between being right and then actually making money. Okay. I'm here to play the whole cycle. So Which type of person are you? Are you a box person? Are you getting on your knees with your knee pads, sucking off snake oil salesmen, giving them money for paid groups to tell you to basically have a defensive portfolio your whole life? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just let you know, that person can enjoy a defensive portfolio because you're giving him, you and all your other gay friends are giving him so much money for literally doing absolutely nothing except shilling you junk and giving this false sense of security. But, you know, it is what it is, friends. You know, people are going to learn. They're going to learn the hard way. And how do they learn? With high prices. I mean, look at gold. Gold's at 4,100. Retailers are literally lining up right now to buy them. They're literally getting dumped on. Exit liquidity. Where were you when gold was 1,300, 1,500, 1,800? You didn't want it. You didn't want it at all. They haven't learned, right? So I'm an arrow guy, okay? I can see the macro trend. I can see that the business cycle is still low. What about you? Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.